Good morning and welcome to another episode of the marathon. Today we are taking you on a vlog. I'm actually in a nondescript hotel room already, and I should have introed this video yesterday, but I was just so excited and also just like distracted to get going. So we finally got the okay in my province of BC to travel within the province, and so that's what we're doing. We are on a road trip to see my niece to celebrate her high school grad. Yesterday we drove for 8 hours, and today it's another 7 hours to get to her, and then we're gonna stay there for a few days and then we'll be coming home. So it's me, the unicorn, Thomas, and my mom. And I thought it would be fun to bring you along, show you some more sights of BC that I've never shown you before, and celebrate my niece's grad. I'm disappointed because yesterday, once we got here, we went for dinner, and I thought we were just gonna go for dinner and come back to the room, but we actually like did a tour. And I didn't have my vlogging camera with, but I do have two things to show you from that. So first, here is some like beautiful set to music images of our drive from yesterday. So pretty up until about the last like half hour, 45 minutes, when it was torrential downpour, and there was like, I was worried we were gonna hydroplane, and it was just, it was not fun. But then we got to our hotel, we settled in, we went for dinner, which was delicious. It was the first time I'd been in a restaurant since like March 5th, and I was very happy with their like sanitization and cleaning and things I never thought I would say in like a restaurant review. But like, I've just never had a bad meal at Red Robin. It's Thomas's favorite, it's one of my favorites, and it was great. And then we did a little tour. We're in Prince George. I talk about it in the book, but this is the city in which I began my radio career. It was my first paid job out of school. I came up here and worked for 18 months. I was a radio reporter and a news anchor, like covered a lot of court and politics. And it's a like northern hub in BC, so a lot of politicians would come here to like make announcements and be seen. Basically, there's a lot of industry, so like, you know, interviewed the Prime Minister, the Premier of our province, covered wild trials, like went to scary funerals and like all kinds of stuff. So yesterday after dinner we went to like the radio station. We found my old apartment and I did an Insta story, and I was disappointed that I didn't have this camera, but I'm just gonna include my Insta story here because it was like so special. So here you go. Okay, let me go down memory lane with you for 1 second. I am standing outside 1940 3rd Ave in Prince George, which was my very first radio job. It is not a radio station anymore, but this is where I got my start in radio in 2005. Then across the street, this motel is where I stayed my first few nights. I moved here January 10th, so it was like -30. And then we went and found Mr. PG, which is this 8-meter tall statue that I grew up loving because I was also born in this city and we lived 2 hours away. So whenever we would come through, my dad would always be like, there's Mr. PG, and then I'd wave, and it was like a super cute thing. It was very exciting. And then when my niece moved up here, they would always send me photos of Mr. PG and video as they drove past him. Just like, it's very sentimental to me, my little heart. So yesterday we found Mr. PG and we took photos with him and Thomas. So here's that footage from my phone. I'm disappointed that I don't have my vlogging camera, but this is like, this has to be documented. So I grew up, well, I was born in Prince George and grew up in northern BC, and I loved the monument, the like statue that is in the city, and his name is Mr. PG, and I haven't had a photo with him in like 1,000 years. Thomas has never had a photo with him, so we just had dinner and now we're gonna get a photo with him. And I don't have my vlogging camera, but I'm gonna have to show you on my phone because this is like a very exciting day for me. And now you're up to date. After that, we just came back to the room and Thomas fell asleep, no problem. And I think I was asleep by 9:30. I was up in the night for like an hour and a half, which was really annoying because I had free respite because my mom's in the next room. But as the unicorn pointed out, I can sleep in the car today. Yesterday we traded on and off, which we may do today, but I may just take him up on his offer and sleep. So today we are going to drive to my sister's house, which is another 7 hours, but we are going to show you some more scenic bits of northern BC. And then I'm not sure what the week will entail. We're gonna stay with them for 4 nights. I am hoping it's just gonna be a lot of relaxing. If you have watched my channel for a while, a couple years ago, Thomas and I flew up there for Christmas and we just watched like 11 movies in 5 days, and it was the greatest Christmas vacation ever. I don't think we'll be doing exactly that, but we have definitely said to them like a lot of relaxing and game playing will be fine. Maybe a couple of walks, but I will show you what I can show you. I think this is just gonna be one video, but come along on our northern BC adventure.
month. I'm a J month, but I'm January.
Little Canada Day breakfast. We are officially here, and today we are celebrating my niece's grad, day 1. There's like multiple days of festivities planned, but today I'm feeling really lucky because she has her cap and gown and she has her dress, and so we're gonna go take some photos with them so we actually get to see her in them. I was with her when she bought her dress at Christmas, but get to see her like all dolled up. So got a little jumpsuit on, you know, to, oh, you can see it behind. You know, get some photos taken. This has been such a great jumpsuit. Here, let me show you. I found this at Winners 2 years ago. Yeah, I first wore this to an awards banquet. Then I wore this to seeing Gaga in Vegas. Multiple times I've seen it. Feels like pajamas, but it looks really cute. So we're all ready. You can probably hear Thomas. We're gonna go take some photos. We had a wonderful few hours getting photos of Elizabeth at the grad. Now, since it's Canada Day, I'm in my Canadian patriotic attire. We had lunch out. We just kind of like hung out this afternoon, got some groceries and stuff. And now we are doing a little hike, a little Canada Day hike. We had a super late dinner, so we've decided to just do a hike at 6:30. We'll go and have dinner later once Thomas is in bed. That's what we're doing now, so I thought I would show you a little nature hike. I realize this vlog is a lot of like montages and things, but I hope you're enjoying it. Maybe I'll call this Showing You BC or something. Okay, we're gonna go see a waterfall.
Very clean water, look at that. Beautiful.
Also in a Canada Day shirt, this one. Hello, hello. We just note how tall Thomas is now. Oh, hi. You're handsome. Let's follow Nanny. Come on. Okay. It's like, I don't want to hold your hand, Mom. I'm gonna run. tell you, after spending 2 days in the car, it's nice to get some steps in today. I'd be curious to know down below, what is the longest road trip you've ever done? I wish we had marked like the beginning and the end of the kilometers on the way here. So on the way home, which I think we're just gonna do in one day, we'll try and remember to do that. Or I could just put it on Google Maps. I think it's 1,600 kilometers, but I'll let you know. I'd like to know, what's the furthest road trip you've ever done? I'd love to do across Canada. I've always wanted to do right across Canada to the Maritimes, because I've never been to the Maritimes, and then down through the eastern seaboard in the States, and then back up the west coast. Take like a month or two or something, but we'll start with this. Thomas is being so good. We didn't eat lunch today until like 2:30, and it's now almost 7, but he's doing awesome. He just loves seeing his cousin, his aunt, my mom, his uncle. So nice. So I'm so happy to be here. I'm so happy that they changed the rules so we could travel. We feel really safe. They live in a really small town. I think there's like maybe 8,000 people who live here, so it's nice. Okay, sunglasses. Let me show you the ocean.